All right, happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to Survive to Thrive. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we practice and role play scripts. I would say we practice and role play the conversations of real estate. This is so critically important. If you are a real estate agent on a path to build a more successful business, the two things that are going to have the greatest impact on your success are lead generation and lead conversion. And in order to master the skills of those two things, lead follow up as well, you have to master your scripts. You have to know what to say, but it's not only knowing what to say, but it's knowing how to say it as well. Yeah, okay, so for everybody that's with me today, here's the assignment. Go ahead and get your hand up in the air so I can start calling on you. You can change the conversation anytime. You can bring whatever conversation to me that you want to have, but otherwise, the conversation is going to be on the needs analysis part of the listing presentation. And for those of you who are trying to connect the dots and remember this, the transition from the expectation conversation, one of three things typically happen when I meet with a homeowner. One of those three things will happen today. Okay. And then we transition to, in order for me to know if I can meet your goals and exceed your expectations, I need to ask you a few questions on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not so great and 10 being awesome. What needs to happen in the sale of your home for you to consider the experience a 10? Okay, there's your reminder, and I still don't see any hands. I'm just going to call on people. All right, here we go. Michael Wiseman, talk to me.
Okay. So John, on the scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not so great, 10 being a home run, what would need to happen as we work together for your transaction to be a 10?
Yeah, I need to get my price.
Okay. You need to get your price. What does that look like for you?
Yeah, I think 450.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to make a note of that right now. We're going to circle back to that.
Mhm.
What else, John?
I need a quick sale.
Quick sale. Okay. Tell me more about what that means.
Well, if I can get my property under contract in 30 days, uh,
Hmm.
close within 60 days,
Hmm.
and I think that's a success.
Okay. And what would that do for you?
Yes. So I got a new job, and the job starts in October. I need to be out of this house and moved by the end of September.
Okay.
Uh, in the new job, I'm relocating. It's in Tampa, so I'm going. Whether the house is sold or not, I'm going. But I really
Gotcha.
want it sold.
Okay. Perfect. So we got the price, we've got the timeline. What else is in on that list? Should we put on this list, John?
Okay, really well done, Michael. Uh, Listen, why don't I have a whole bunch of hands up here right now? There should be other people that are putting their hand up saying, I got this. I want to play. I'm just gonna call on you. Um, Wait a second. You know, this button at the bottom that says react and it has a little heart
Mm.
next to it and you push it and there's a thing there. Is that broken on all your computers?
Mm.
What's going on?
Let
Um,
me let me tee up the next question. If we could only achieve one of those goals, John, of these three, which one would it be?
There you go. That's right. That's right. So what Michael just transitioned is, this is a 14-point listing presentation, everybody. If you're not sure where this is coming from, it's a 14-point listing presentation, which if I know Joe Grant before this meeting is over, he's going to have in the chat for you. You could also go on my YouTube channel and watch the entire 14-point listing presentation over and over and over again. It's in my book, Rainmaker, which you can get on Amazon. So it's not a lack of knowing what this presentation is. Brian Copeland, get in here.
Hi, John. Thank you for having me to your house. One of three things are going to happen today. Either you're going to choose to hire me, which is great. Either you're not going to hire me, and that's going to really suck.
Hey, Brian, let me butt
Or
in.
I'm going to,
Brian, let me butt in for a moment. You're doing great.
yeah,
Just let's start over again and do this in third party. Um, don't speak directly to me. In other words, whenever I meet with a potential client, one of three things.
yeah, yeah, got it.
Go.
John, thank you for having me at your house. One of three things are going to happen today. Either, um, either I'm going to choose to accept the
Let me
listing,
let me jump in here and help you
which
with
is a
that.
good thing. That means,
Let me
Um,
jump in here and help you again. Okay. You've got this, Brian. Whenever I meet with a potential client, one of three things typically happens. One of those three things will
got it.
happen today. Either they, okay, let's go.
Got it. Hey, John, thank you for having me to your house today.
Yeah.
Whenever I meet with a potential client, either one of three things are going to happen. Either they are going to choose to hire me, which is great. Either they are going to choose to not work with me, and that would really suck. Or number three, I may choose to turn them down because I would rather turn those people down today rather than let them down tomorrow. And uh, where are we going next with
Okay,
this?
so in order for
How
me to
far do you want to take
know,
it?
the transition statement is in order
Sorry.
for me to know if I can meet your goals and exceed your expectations, I need to ask you a few questions. Would that be okay? Brian, thank you so much for jumping in here. Really appreciate that. I want to see more hands. Okay, let's go, Andre.
Well, you remember last time I did this, I didn't know anything about 14-point presentation. I've been practicing. So here we go.
Good job.
Hi, John. Let me get my head together.
You're good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thanks for letting me meet with you and give me the opportunity to help sell your home. Typically, when I meet with clients, one of three things are going to happen. First, you may love what I have to present you today, and you're going to hire me, and that's wonderful. Secondly, you may not like anything I say, and you're looking to get me right out the door, and you won't listen to me, and that's not good for me. And thirdly, I may choose not to take the uh, the listing um, be, because if I can't meet and exceed your expectations,
Mhm.
I wouldn't want to 6 months down the road have this conversation again. So that being said, um, what what do you feel today on from a scale from 1 to 10, one being the lowest and the 10 for this to be a great experience? What needs to happen for that to be a 10, John?
Okay, Andre, first of all, I am so proud of you. I
I
am
think.
really, really proud of you. How long have you been practicing the 14-point listing presentation?
Well, for about 2 weeks, I guess,
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
and I
Listen to
and I
that,
listen,
everybody. 2 weeks. All right, Andre, keep going. I'm sorry.
and I also listen to you. I don't turn the radio on, go into listen appointment. I don't do all that. I actually listen to your 14 point presentation on the way there.
Well,
And listen all the distractions, try to get away from them. Well, I was driving on an appointment and my tire pressure light came on. It began to rain, 15-degree change in weather. Bam, I right. So that was a little distraction, but I calmed my head and I kind of nailed it on that appointment. I think they were interviewing 5 people,
that's so
and
awesome.
I was the last one. I didn't want to stay this long. The guy, the owner man, him and I were very like-minded. He wanted to talk about everything. I was there an hour and a half. I didn't want to stay that long, but he had me and talking about his woodwork and all he's done at the house. Well, it's great. I'm talking with him again tomorrow. So good luck to me.
Very proud of you, Andre. Let's go, Joe Grant.
Hey, John, thank you so much for touring me around the house. If you don't mind, can we sit down at the table?
Let's do it.
Awesome. Hey, John, before we get started, can I share my mission statement with you?
Let's go.
My mission is to meet your goals and exceed your expectations. It's that simple.
Mm.
And with that said, when we're done today, one of three things is going to happen. The first thing, and it's the best, is that you're going to see the value that I bring to the table and you're going to choose to hire me. And that's awesome.
Mm.
Second thing that happens occasionally, not often, but it does happen, is that I don't communicate my value as well as I thought, and you're going to choose not to hire me. And that's going to suck. The third thing that it's happened once or twice, but not too often, is that when we're done, I may have to humbly decline the opportunity to sell your home.
Really, why is that?
Well, that's a great question, John. Um, at the end of the day, it comes down to I want to meet your goals and exceed your expectations. And if
Mm.
I feel a seller has a goal or an expectation that can't be met, I would rather let you down today than let you down in 6 months.
I would rather turn the opportunity down today than let you down in 6 months. Joe Grant, well done. Very proud of you. And words really, really matter. So, Joe, what I would encourage you to do is watch the video back and look for the opportunities where you can just tweak it to make it just a little bit better. One word can make a difference. Okay. Remember the three questions that every seller is asking themselves is about you is, can I trust you? Do you care about me? Can I help you? Now, whenever I meet with a potential client, one of three things typically happen. One of those things will happen today. Either one, they understand and appreciate the benefits that I have to offer and they hire me, which is awesome. Second, they may not hire me, which isn't so awesome. And the third thing that occasionally happens is I may choose to turn down the opportunity. Now, I'm empowering you to not hire me. I'm okay if you don't. I'm also giving myself the ability to turn down the opportunity. I don't take every listing opportunity I get. I only work with people who have goals and expectations that can be met. You trust me. Do I care about you? Okay, let's go, Lauren.
Thanks, John, for having me and giving me the opportunity to help you with your selling your home.
Sure.
If we can go ahead and sit down now, we're going to go over some paperwork. Before I get started, I would love to share my mission statement with you.
Right.
Um, my mission is to my mission is to meet your goals and exceed your expectations.
Okay.
Um, so this is where one of three things typically happens.
Mhm.
Either one, I explained everything, you love everything that I have to offer, and you decide to hire me as your agent. Or two, um, there's something that I missed, and there's unfortunately something that you're not liking about my presentation. You may not want to hire me, which that sucks, and we'll touch on that if that is the case. And then lastly, this doesn't happen often, but there are times where I will end up turning down the opportunity to sell your home. And you may be asking why that is. That's because there are times where a seller may have goals and expectations that unfortunately can't be met. And
Yes.
I'd rather turn down the opportunity
Yes.
now rather than 3 or 6 months from now. Does that make sense?
Lauren, I am just proud of you. So proud of you. First of all, Buda, Texas. What a cool city. I want to be from Buda. Uh,
It's Buddha. Think beautiful.
and Lauren, how long have you been working on this listing presentation?
Just ever since October. So just really ever since I've joined these calls. And then Rosa and I are now, we've been meeting a couple of times out of the week to also work on our role playing.
Love it. You are doing so well. I am so proud of you. PDR, 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 practice, drill, rehearse until you've gotten to a point where you can't get it wrong. And you are going to take so many listings. It'll blow your mind. I am very proud of you. Very, very proud of you. Okay, let's go, Mike Trelongo.
All right. Hey, John. Thanks for inviting me to your home. It's 3 o'clock. We had an appointment at 3 o'clock. Are my shoes okay, or would you rather me take them off?
No, you're good. Let's go.
Okay, great. Can I go ahead and put my stuff right down here on the kitchen table while you take me for a tour on the house?
Let's do it.
Great. We're done. Where should I sit, John?
Yeah, take a seat anywhere. You're good.
Okay. Okay, great. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't sitting in your seat. All right. So, John, I'm always honored and I consider it a privilege anytime I meet with a seller to potentially to talk about the potential of me representing on the sale of their home. And before we get started today, I just wanted to talk about three things that will undoubtedly happen today.
Mhm.
So, one, you're going to love everything that I have to say, and you're going to hire me. Two, you're not going to like anything I said, and you can't wait to see me to the door. And the third thing that sometimes happen is I may turn down the opportunity.
Mm.
And you're probably asking yourself, why would he do that? The guy sells houses, right? Well, sometimes the seller has a goal or an expectation that I feel that I can't meet or exceed. And in that case, I'd rather turn down the opportunity today rather than letting you down 6 months from now. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Mike, let's stop right there. Very well done, Mike. Very, very well done. By the way, everybody, that's what 10 years of practicing this listing presentation sounds like. Very well done, Michael Trelanco. Proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
Let's go, Joanne Kelly.
John, thank you for showing me and touring me through your beautiful home. Before we get into the numbers, I'd like to share my mission statement with you. My goal or my mission is to meet your needs, but also exceed your expectations through this transaction.
Okay.
So one of three things typically happens when I meet with a seller like yourself. One, you're going to see and appreciate the value that I bring to this transaction, and you're going to choose to hire me, and that's awesome. Potentially, you may not choose to hire me, and that's not awesome, but every now and then, I may choose to turn down the opportunity to sell your home.
Why is that?
So, John, if I have a seller that has needs and expectations that can't be met, it's more important me to turn down that opportunity today than to let you down 6 months from now. Does that make sense?
Perfect. Stop right there. Joanne Kelly, love it. So well done. All right, so a few thoughts here, and go ahead and put your hands up if you have a question or you have something you want to share. Last 5 minutes, as always, wrap up. A few things here. Uh, it's my preference. It's not an absolute requirement, but it's my preference when you're sharing the expectation conversation that you make it third party, not directly to the person you're speaking to. For example, whenever I meet with a potential client, one of three things typically happens. One of those things will happen today. Either they understand and appreciate the benefits that I have to offer and they hire me, which is awesome, versus either one of three things will happen. One of those things will happen today. Either you'll understand and appreciate the benefits that I have to offer and you'll hire me. Prefer third party, but it's not an absolute requirement. Okay. Pay attention to really close. Pay attention to little words. I'd rather turn down the opportunity than let you down 6 months from now versus I'd rather turn you down today. I'd rather turn down the opportunity and let you down 6 months from now. All right, I want you guys to have a chance to talk, so I'm going to shut up. Uh, Tyann, talk to me.
I just have a quick question about what you and Michael Terlongo just did. My question is the questions he initiated that conversation with.
Hmm?
Was that a tactic to where you get a seller to answer questions that are super simple, that they don't have to put too much thought into, that gets their mind into kind of answering questions easier? Or was that just how he opens it up?
You're just following the model. So if you read my 14-point listing presentation, when you meet them at the front door, it's called the Kodak moment. Uh,
Hmm.
10 seconds to make a great first impression. Hey, Tyann, John Dietz, we had an appointment at 4 p.m. and it's 4 p.m. May I come in? Script. Now, the moment you walk in the front door, wow, you have a beautiful home. I'm so excited to be here and I'm excited to have the opportunity to help you sell your home. Before we go any further, would you like me to take off my shoes? Be courteous, be different. I'd love to take a tour of your home. I'd love for you to take me on a tour so I can ask some questions and take some notes. But before we do that, can I set my things down at the kitchen table? We're doing that because that's where we want to meet.
Where you
Rather,
want to go back to.
rather than asking them, where would you like to sit, which is never a good question, just ask if you could set your things down at the kitchen table so that the meeting happens at the kitchen table.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
Andre, let's go.
Yeah, so on this last appointment, and I got through to ask them the 1 to 10, and the lady kidded around. She, oh, it's a 3, and she goes, no, no. But regardless of it, was good levity there. Um, she gave an 8, and I said, okay, well, what makes it come to a 10? We had that conversation, and she didn't have a good answer. She was just like, well, I've met with 3 or 4 clients, and y'all did pretty good, and also I'm thinking about renting it to my granddaughter. I'm going to have to think about this over the weekend. So right then I knew she wasn't going to sign today, and I didn't want to get pushy. Do you
Okay,
have
so
any?
here's what she was doing, Andre. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I need
That's
you.
okay. No, I want to hear it.
Okay. Here's what I have to say to you. She gave you an 8, not because she thought you're an 8. She was answering a different question that you didn't ask. What she was saying
Yes,
was, I'm an 8 on whether or not I'm going to sell.
I believe I felt that way.
Had nothing to do with you, right? So what I would ask in that question, okay, so you had you met with 3 agents, just hypothetically for fun. Don't worry, you can't hire me hypothetically. So if you had to choose one of the 3, who are you hiring?
Okay.
Okay, Ashley, let's go.
I just want some clarity on, I heard a couple of people say, and this is my first introduction to the 14-point listing presentation, so I'm eager to get in there. But I heard a couple people say when they were saying they don't want to not meet
Mhm.
a seller's on your expectations, or you might have, they were saying like their expectations, specifically speaking to them, are unreasonable and not able to be met, so they'll potentially turn down. I might take offense to that if I were a seller, so I
I
was
agree.
wondering if that is proper or if it should be changed.
Okay, really well done, Ashley. And that's exactly why I said you want to speak to them in the third party. So when you're speaking with them in the third party, whenever I meet with a potential client, one of 3 things typically happens. One of those things will happen today. Either they understand and appreciate, okay, I'm going to skip to number 3. Now, one of the third thing that occasionally happens, Ashley, is I may choose to turn down the opportunity. Now, you may be wondering why I would choose to turn down the opportunity. I think you're going to really like the answer. You see, I feel if a seller has a goal or an expectation that cannot be met, I would rather turn the opportunity down today than let you down 6 months from now. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's better.
Okay. So I agree with you. If you direct it to them, they could be offended by that. Okay. Let's go, Megan Clark.
Hey, John, I have a question. I don't do a lot of seller interviews.
Mhm.
Typically, if I'm in their house, I already have the deal.
Mhm.
However, in this market, I know that a lot of sellers are interviewing multiple agents. So when you were selling real estate at a high volume, did you want to be the first, the middle, or the last agent?
Always the first. If you're the
I'd
first,
have to agree.
if you're the first, you could stop the shop. Um, and Ashley or Megan,
Oh, John,
no, I did that 2 days in a row. I don't know what it is. Megan,
I don't know. I don't know. It hurts my feelings.
I love you. Stop it. Um,
So, John, add on first, and if they don't sign the contract, you want to be the last one they talk to.
yeah, that's right. So you're setting up a follow-up appointment so they're not going to make a decision today. When's your last appointment? Thursday? Cool. What time Thursday? 11? Cool. How about I come back Thursday at 2 o'clock so we can get back together and take care of getting your home on the market? All right.
That's the promise, right? Promise me that you won't do anything before you speak to me again.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Megan, super important here. Got to get this in. Even when you know you're going to get the listing, always go through the needs analysis. 100%. Always. If you went to the doctor's office And the doctor said, I don't need to ask you any questions. I know you really well. Just get up on the table. I'm going to open you up and start looking around. How would you feel about that? All right.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut because this is recorded.
Yeah. Okay, good. Here's the point. Your job is not to get the listing. Your job is to meet their goals and exceed their expectations and create raving fans who become clients for life. And how can you do that if you don't know what their goals and expectations are? All right. Megan, that wasn't directed at you. So take it being directed at you. That was directed at everybody. Guys, I hope you got great value today. That's a wrap. Invite your friends. Let's break north of 80 tomorrow, okay? I think we could do it. Make it a great day, everybody.
See you tomorrow.
Do it.
Thanks, John.
All right.
Have a great day.
Bye, Joanne.